Hello and welcome to Coach's Corner. Zach Bai sitting down with acting head coach Nick Boquette from the women's soccer team. And Coach, thanks for giving us a couple minutes. First of all, you got to be feeling pretty good coming off a shutout against Marist. And before that, you had shutout Holy Cross. You guys are playing well right now.
Yeah. Anytime you have a week where you score 7 and you allow 0, it's a good week, isn't it? We're in good form right now. We've been steadily progressing throughout the year, and the girls are really kind of hitting their stride right now. We're still approaching this as a preseason of sorts because we're not to conference play yet. And our goal is to maintain our good form and to keep progressing. And to get better throughout the non-conference play. So when we hit September 27th and when we open up the conference against UMBC, we're at our peak, and we're getting better and better until then.
And this is definitely one of those things you begin with the end in mind. But talking about the beginning, your non-conference schedule is sort of a gauntlet. You would agree with that?
We would. We wanted to test ourselves against difficult opponents this year. We actually struggled a bit on the road last year, so our answer to that was put ourselves to the test early on and against difficult opponents. So that's why we opened up in North Carolina. That's why we came back to play 2 top 100 teams and an ACC team. We knew they were going to be difficult tests, and they were. But the progress we showed and the grit we showed during those games was, I think, set us up to have a good run once we get to our home schedule and then our conference schedule in a few weeks. Because once you see that level of play, once you can play at that speed with that quality, we should be in good shape once we play our normal opponents.
All right, so you strung together back-to-back victories. Personnel-wise, who's playing well for you guys?
Well, it's been a team effort. It's been a lot of good performances throughout the team. With the last 2 games having shutouts, you can't ignore the fact that our goalkeeper, Alana Brennan, has spearheaded those 2 shutouts. But we're a team that's very dangerous, and we've been scoring a lot of goals as well. So that comes from a lot of different personnel. Alexis Schneider is always in the middle of things in midfield, and she's been a dangerous player for the last 3 years for us, and she'll continue to be. We've had good contributions from several different forwards. Vivian Vega always has had a knack for goal. She showed that last year. One of our new players, Mariah Williams, has showed a similar knack for goal, that she works hard to be in the right place at the right time, and she's been there. And when she's there, and she puts them away. So when you couple that with some good midfield and defensive performances by some young players as well, some good things happen. So
you guys were picked 4th in the preseason poll, but just talking to you a little bit off camera, you think the way you're playing right now, you have a little chip on your shoulder from being 4th? You think you could be in that top 2 conversation?
I like not to think of it as a chip on our shoulder. I like to think of it as we want to try to get better and progress and be the best we can be on any given day. Those polls they are what they are. But we want to show our quality day in and day out. And so whatever the polls might say, we don't think there's a single team that we can't play with and we can't be better than on a consistent basis. So that's our aim. That might be called a chip on our shoulder, but in reality, we aim to be as good as we can every single day.
I think that's definitely fair. Now, for you personally, this is a little bit different. Caitlin Coachella is the head coach and has stepped away, obviously, taking care of her new baby and everything like that. And of course, she's been watching intently. But from you going from assistant coach to now acting head coach, how has that been for you? It's been hard, easy?
Oh, it's been both. There's a bit more work. Obviously, Caitlin stays involved a lot. She likes being involved, and she's one of those determined folks that somehow manages to do 8 million things at once. So there has been an uptick in work, but the way we've always approached this program as a coaching staff is we're a collaborative group, and the message always has come from the coaching staff as a group. So it hasn't been a huge transition. I think the girls haven't really noticed many changes because all we're trying to do is provide a cohesive message to them and make sure as a group, as a coaching staff and a team as a whole, that we're all moving forward, we're all heading in the same direction, and we can only do that as one.
I think that's well said. All right, around the corner, you guys have Dartmouth coming up on Thursday, correct? Mm-hmm. How much have you seen of them, and what are your expectations?
So, seen a few games of theirs at this point in this year. We went up to their place last year and played them, which was a different game than it's going to be Thursday. They have a different group, we have a different group. We've seen them play a few times this year. The Ivy League opponents are good. They're well organized generally, and they're a hard-nosed sort of bunch. What we see this year is we see if we keep our speed of play high, if we can build from the attack or build from the back and move the ball quickly through midfield and find our forward feet, we'll be successful. There's space in there to play. And the flip side of that is we have to deal with a little bit of speed up front for them. But we're in good shape. We're in good shape at this moment to do that. So it should be good. We're looking forward to the test. It'll be in theory, a good test for us. I think it'll be a step up from the last couple of games we played. But we're a team that believes that this is our game to win.
All right, well, congrats on the last 2 victories, and best of luck on Thursday. Thanks for
Thanks
giving us
very
a
much.
couple minutes.
Appreciate it.
All right, that'll do it for this week's edition for Coach's Corner. As always, you can catch us next week as we look back to Dartmouth and, of course, ahead to the rest of the schedule. For Nick Bulkett, I'm Zach Bye. We'll see you next time.